just agreed with some things that were spoken out here. But I think that there is something wrong with the world, and that's why we need liturgy to transform the world. This is what we live, where I agree with Andrei also, and what we are trying to live through the liturgy in the Eastern Church, but also in the Western Church. We have a lot of kind of penitential prayers during the liturgy, just excusing ourselves all the time that we could do something wrong. And this is it's a real indication for us not to think that everything is okay. It's not okay. Christ came here to make this okay, and we are trying to continue his work. That's why we should have in mind that the world is not okay, and we are trying to make it okay doing the liturgy as a prayer. This is nothing new. It's originous already. Doing the prayer in the church and making our life prayer in the world here. So more or less, I would say.
But Fagerberg finally distinguished, and I agree, but there is fine distinctions to be made here, also more nuanced distinctions between the world of sin and the world of creation. When he says there is nothing wrong with the world, he means the world of creation.
Sure. Yes.
So the creative order is okay.
Yes, but
otherwise Christ would not have, the Son of God would not have become a human being as we are. But there is indeed something went terribly wrong with sin.
Yes.
And in that sense, there is something wrong with the world.
But also before before the sin, there is something which was not okay, because man was made to organize the world.
It's not completed. It's not to say there was something wrong, but
so
incompleteness.
This is what we should do further, but with the mark of sin added to after the original sin.
But I don't know enough about paradise to meaningfully respond to that.
Okay, Andrei and then Paulo.
So, I know very well, I like the Western liturgy, I like Novo Ordo Missa, absolutely, but it is a problem for me, and beyond this good fundament of Western liturgy, what I see when I come to maybe every Catholic church, every Catholic temple, I see, I don't know whether or not exists the word kaleidoscope in English.
Yes.
Oh, I see the kaleidoscopical reality. I not see the essence. What is it about? Because I see the kaleidoscope of many cults. Here you are called adoration of Lord's hostia. And in other angle of the temple you see the new cult of God's or the Mary's heart. In another angle you see the cult of God's mercy, new cult from Faustina Kowalska from Poland. And the problem for me is that it is just a small number of Latin churches where I can see good icon. Good icon in Giotto style or in Van Eyck style. It is too little number of churches where I can hear the good matins with Gregorian chant. That's I'm absolutely like. You understand what I mean. So it is absolutely opposite situation is in Byzantine or in Armenian rite, because I know Armenian rite very well. You have church as with націлена якесь одне місце.
Focused and oriented towards one center.
the spiritual components are not so kaleidoscopic. It is a problem with from my so-called east point of view.
But I would agree that in terms of architecture and also in terms of the interior design of many Western churches, there is a kind of split between the liturgies that are supposed to happen there and the architecture. Many of the Flemish, to talk about my own context, of Flemish parish churches, they date from before the Council of Trent, and in the meantime we've had this more Tridentine liturgy and the Mass of Paul VI, and actually what they did was replace the altar by a table in the middle of the church and then use microphones. But you need to do much more things, many more things, to adapt the space to the liturgy. And happily there are very good examples in France, but also in Germany, where they have the money and the energy, we don't have that in Flanders, to build new churches. And they would be more holistic. They would not go in all different directions, because that stems usually from a style where the liturgy itself and where the devotional life of the people was in itself kaleidoscopic. So that was actually expressive of a certain devotional culture that you would. But now you would have churches that are elliptic, that there is a certain austerity, and that there is a focus on the altar and a focus also on the lectern. So that there are then different designs of those churches are possible, and there are beautiful examples of it.